What's up guys, it's Cobalt here and welcome back to another video. I recently made a post sort of teasing a bunch of Wave 4 products coming out, and they're still not fully released, but in today's video I am going to be unboxing a set that was sent to me by BasicFun, which if you watched that haul video you have already seen, but now I am officially unboxing and reviewing it. And I'm very excited because this has a couple new pets that are new molds for Wave 4, not newly created molds by BasicFun, but molds that we've already seen from G1 and G2 that are now finally making their way into G7. One of which is the Alligator mold, which I have been wanting ever since G7 LPS started coming out, so I'm really excited for that one, but there's a lot of cute pets in this set. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. So of course, here is the set. It comes with 6 little pet shops and some accessories, and just like the pet hotel set from Wave 2, the box itself is sort of like a display and play sort of set, which I think is really cool, and this does come with 2 exclusive little pet shops that you can only get from this set. So because of that, I'm not sure if that means that the other pets will be available in other sets. So far, this is the only big set that I've seen aside from the blind boxes, which will also be unboxed very soon on my channel. According to the back of the box, we are going to be getting the card for this dog, but there is a very good possibility that we'll get the card for somebody else, but I would be happy with any of these pets. I think they're all super cute, and I'm really excited about this set. Here is what the side of the box looks like. There's a little window where you can see the Scottish fold, and on the other side of the box is the same deal, but this time we see the dog. So the outer piece of the packaging slides off, and this is now what the back of the box looks like. So you can see windows with the other pets there and the entrance to the pet boutique. I just think that this is also like a really cute backdrop. I absolutely love this. You could literally just build like an entire set themed around this with this as your backdrop, which I really love, but ultimately I love the idea of reusable packaging. And of course, the top of the box also has a handle, so you can also repurpose this as a carrying case. So then here's what the front looks like once the cover's taken off. You can see the little door and window down here as well. So here it is now opened. You can see each little individual room has its own decor. Obviously you can see that better once these pets are taken out, but you can also use this as an open display for your pets to stand on these shelves, or again, a little area to play with them down here. Although it does have this clear window, so you can actually see the pets when it's closed up, which I do like, but the pet hotel set did not have this. It was like fully covered, but I definitely think that this means BasicFun is listening to us because it's not a blind box anymore. You can actually see all of the pets in here, and they all look really good in my opinion, along with their accessories. But we are going to start off with this here. You can see the new checklist, which I have already done a video of, but this will also come with our trading card and Roblox coin. Oh, I lied. There is no Roblox coin in here, and this is my first time opening one of these sets. And we got the alligator. Oh my god, okay, this is my favorite one in the set, and I'm so excited that there's an alligator now, so I'm really glad that we got this card. She looks really cute. She is hungriest, level 2, and rare. And I will briefly show you guys the checklist. So just like the style of the blind boxes, the style of the checklist has now changed, so it is now in a horizontal fashion instead of vertical, and it opens like this, which to me is pretty reminiscent of like the back half of G2 going into G3. The checklist looked a lot like this, and now we have pets that are actually supposed to be rare, so like this chinchilla here. Lots of dachshunds as far as main 5 pets go, but I think they're all pretty cute. They all have really nice colors, but again, I've literally done a video just going through this checklist and showing all the pets, so if you want a better look at that, go check out that video. Alright, so I've pulled out all of the little pets. They're still encased in their plastic. The accessories are just stuck into the plastic, and then the pets are tied in with paper ties. So instead of, going through all the accessories and then going through all the pets separately like I normally do in my videos, I'm going to go through each pet and their respective accessory together so you can see what it looks like when they're wearing it. And we'll start with the butterfly, and here it is. So like I said, this is the first butterfly released in G7. Its eyes have no graininess or pixelation to them just because like it's a more complicated eye mold, so they have to be printed differently, but this is an ES pet according to the box. The head is pretty hard though, and it's really not squishy at all, but it doesn't feel like the KX plastic, so I'm honestly loving this guy. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the butterflies or anything. I could take it or leave it with them, but the wings look really nice. I actually really like this design on the head. I think that's super cool, and of course it's got the diamonds in the eyes, and this butterfly comes with this little crown, which is an accessory that's pretty much originally meant for the butterflies. I've never actually owned one of these, but I can recall some G2 pets having this, but it just fits over the antennas like that, and I think it's really cute. Although this LPS from the front looks a little bit scary, so you kind of have to look at it from the side with these eyes, but since this is our first butterfly, I will do a comparison. So we have our G7 one over here, obviously, and here is a random G2 butterfly. So wow, right off the bat, this one's head is huge compared to this one. Oh my god. So you can tell that this, of course, is a new mold, a bit hard to see on camera, but right here it does say 2025. Let's see, the body looks pretty much the same. It has the same seam here. It looks pretty much the same size as well, maybe a little bit bigger, especially if you look at the legs, and the wings are definitely more widespread out, where these ones are kind of squished, and that could be from age, or, you know, people holding it like this, kind of bending the wings. I do like this a lot better because you can see the wings better. But yeah, definitely surprised to see how much bigger the head is, which hopefully you can see on camera. I feel like it's pretty noticeable. But that is our first LPS, and now let's move on. I feel like we should talk about the alligator next. And here it is. So I don't have very many alligator LPS, but of course I do have one that I will be able to compare this to. But right off the bat, taking this out of the package, it feels completely different than like any other LPS I've ever felt. And so does this. This is the softest LPS accessory in the world. I'm actually really excited about the scarf, and I will talk about that in a second, but let me talk about this alligator because first off, teeth aren't painted. They should be. I wish they were. The body feels really small, and the head and neck feel really short. But of course, let's do the comparison who actually prove that. Oh my god, he's just a little guy. So here is a G2 alligator, and here is our new G7 one. Very different. You can really see, especially if you look at the legs here, like the feet are so much smaller, the legs are so much smaller. The heads seem to be about the same size. This one honestly might even have a slightly bigger head, so it is weird that its body is so much smaller. And this one also does say 2025 right here. The plastic on this one though is just like unusually soft, like it's very smooth. It feels like it would be extremely squishy, but it's not. It's just average, but the plastic just has a very interesting feel. So I still think it's cute. I still like it. I'm a little bit weirded out by the small body, but I hope that BasicFun continues to make the alligators, and I definitely hope that in the future the teeth are painted, because I think that is the biggest thing about this one that I don't like. But aside from that, I do really like it. But let's talk about the scarf that she comes with. So again, extremely soft material, but you can see that it has this hole here, and that's not an error. It's supposed to be like that because this fabric accessory does not have any Velcro like the older accessories do. So you actually kind of thread it through the hole here, which might be kind of hard because it's such a fluffy material, but there we go, which I think is super clever. I really like that, and having a fabric wearable accessory is huge for G7. I am obsessed. She is an absolute diva. But let's move on to the next pet. So those were the only two new molds. Everything else we've seen before, but of course all brand new designs. Like I said, because these two are deemed as exclusive, I'm not sure if that means that these pets will be showing up in other sets, but obviously we will see later on. But next up we have this dog. She is very cute. I've said this before and I'll say it again, not a huge fan of this mold. I do honestly really like the body sculpt, but like whatever type of dog this is, it's just not for me. But I think her design with the watermelon theme is literally so cute, even down to her little watermelon bow. I absolutely love it. Here's the accessory that she comes with. It's like, I don't know, like a clown ruffle collar. I don't really think that this is going to fit on her, but it is bendy enough, so I guess it kind of can. You know what? That's kind of cute. I like that. But obviously, you can mix and match the accessories however you feel like. Next up, we have this guy, one of these Scotty dogs. He has flowers in the eyes. Notice all of them have cool eye symbols. This one's got the lightning bolts. This one's got the, like, sun, I guess. This one has flowers. I don't really think we've seen flowers in the eyes before. This might be the first one. I'm gonna keep calling this LPS a boy because that's what he looks like to me, but he comes with a bow, which I think is really cute, and it fits pretty nicely on him. So on the back of the box, this one actually looks a lot more blue, but in reality, his design is reminding me a lot of the blind box one that came from Wave 2. Okay, actually seeing them side by side, not as similar as I thought, which is good. The eyes are pretty similar though, but they could totally be brothers. So we have two more LPS left, and I feel like, aside from the alligator, I've definitely saved the best for last. Here is the next pet. She's one of the newer Scottish Fold cat molds, and I really love this mold, so I'm super happy to see that BasicFun is bringing them back. There's another one of these cats in the blind box series as well, so this mold is definitely not getting tossed aside. She is being very used. I love her design. I think she is so cute. Like, whatever is going on here, it's giving me like glam rock vibes, and I love the star in her eyes, and I love calico cats, and she's technically a calico with her coloring. I also love the pop pads that are painted. I do not love the accessory that she comes with though. This is like a necklace, and there's one of these from the Wave 2 Advent calendar, and I just don't really think that they fit on any LPS very well because they just kind of like stick out weirdly like that. So not a fan of this. I don't like it. I'm never going to see myself using it. I hope that BasicFun will eventually bring back the normal collars because those were definitely one of the best accessories from G2 that I think everybody agrees with. And finally, we have our newest main 5 pet, another dachshund, and she is also kind of calico-y looking. I really love her design. She kind of just feels like an LPS custom, which I love, and I love the color of her eyes and the hearts in her eyes, and her neck technically has the same problem as the previously made dachshunds, but I feel like they fixed it a lot. It doesn't like stick up so much, and it's not really noticeable that there is a gap, so already loving this one a lot more than the dachshund from Wave 3. I just think she's adorable, and here's the scarf. We have seen this accessory a million times, but it actually looks so cute on her, so I'm not mad about it. But once again, here are all of our pets. The 3 in the front are absolutely my favorites. I also think that the set does a really nice job of balancing like the vibrant, wacky colored ones with the more realistic colored ones. Maybe not super realistic because this one is pretty bright, but I just love all these colors. I love all these pets. Again, not a huge fan of this dog or the butterflies, but I really do like their designs, and I am happy to now add them to my collection. Let me know what you guys think about this set, and if you are excited to unbox it yourselves. The alligator keeps falling over, but it's fine. I still like them. They're very cute. And of course, also let me know which individual LPS from this set was your favorite. Like I said, these 3 are my favorite, but looking at them now, if I had to choose one, I might honestly pick the Scottish Fold. I just really love her design and her eyes. I think she is just precious. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!